On August 1, 1943, a lone B-17 nicknamed All-American limped back to its base in Benghazi, Libya. It had been ravaged by enemy fire during a daring raid on the Ploiesti oil refineries in Romania. The bomber was missing large chunks of its fuselage, its tail was barely attached, and one engine was gone. Yet, miraculously, it made it back, its crew a testament to the B-17's resilience and their own unwavering spirit. This was just one of countless acts of valor and endurance that would forever etch the B-17 Flying Fortress into the annals of aviation history. The B-17's story began in the 1930s, a time of great uncertainty and escalating global tensions. The U.S. Army Air Corps, recognizing the need for a long-range bomber, issued a specification for a multi-engine aircraft capable of delivering a heavy bomb load. Boeing's design, designated the Model 299, stood out. Its first prototype took flight in July 1935, showcasing its impressive speed, range, and firepower. Christened the Flying Fortress by a Seattle Times reporter, the B-17 was a marvel of engineering for its time. It boasted a revolutionary design that incorporated numerous defensive gun positions, making it a formidable adversary in the air. However, the path to becoming a wartime workhorse wasn't easy. The B-17 faced skepticism and budget cuts early on. The outbreak of World War II in Europe changed everything. The U.S. Army Air Corps, recognizing the aircraft's potential, placed large orders for the B-17. Factories across America ramped up production, churning out these aerial behemoths at an astonishing rate. The B-17 Flying Fortress found its true calling in the skies above Europe. The U.S. Army Air Force's 8th Air Force, tasked with carrying out strategic bombing raids against Germany, adopted the B-17 as its primary weapon. Flying from bases in England, thousands of B-17s took to the skies, forming massive bomber formations that stretched for miles. Their mission to cripple Germany's war machine and hasten the end of the war. These missions were fraught with danger. German Luftwaffe fighters armed with cannons and rockets fiercely defended their airspace. Flak, heavy anti-aircraft fire filled the skies, turning day into night. Flying at high altitudes in unpressurized cabins, crews endured sub-zero temperatures, oxygen deprivation, and constant fatigue. Yet, they flew on, mission after mission, their determination fueled by a belief in their cause and the unshakable bond shared by those who faced death together. The B-17's heavy armament, with up to 13.50 caliber machine guns, earned it the nickname Flying Fortress. Gunners, often teenagers fresh out of high school, manned these guns, holding off wave after wave of enemy fighters. The casualty rates for B-17 crews were staggering, a testament to the ferocity of the air war over Europe. A B-17 carried a crew of 10, each with a specific role vital to the bomber's operation. The pilot and co-pilot, seated at the front of the aircraft, controlled the bomber, navigating through enemy airspace and coordinating with the rest of the crew. The navigator, hunched over his maps and instruments, charted the course, ensuring the bomber stayed on target. The bombardier, positioned in the nose of the aircraft, had the crucial task of aiming and releasing the bombs. The radio operator maintained communication with the base and relayed vital information. The flight engineer monitored the engines, fuel consumption, and other critical systems. And then there were the gunners, positioned throughout the aircraft, their fingers perpetually on the triggers of their .50 caliber machine guns. Life aboard a B-17 was cramped, cold, and terrifying. There was little room to move, and the constant drone of the engines was deafening. The air was thin and icy cold, requiring crews to wear heated suits and oxygen masks at high altitudes. But amidst the fear and discomfort, a strong sense of camaraderie developed among the crew. Their lives depended on each other, and they faced the dangers together, sharing the burden of responsibility and the hope of returning home. Section 5. A Gunner's Tale, Facing the Luftwaffe. The life expectancy of a B-17 gunner was tragically short. Positioned in the bomber's various turrets, top, ball, tail, waist, these young men had a front row seat to the horrors of aerial combat. They faced Luftwaffe fighters head-on, their fingers working the triggers of their .50 caliber machine guns, desperately trying to ward off attacks. The sky would erupt in a chaotic ballet of tracers, explosions, and the roar of engines. German fighters, often Messerschmitt Bf-109S and Focke-Wulf W-190S, would swoop in, their cannons and machine guns blazing. The B-17 gunners returned fire, their guns spitting out a stream of lead, hoping to find their mark. The air inside the bomber would fill with the acrid smell of gunpowder and the screams of wounded men. The roar of the engines would be punctuated by the deafening crump of exploding flak and the sickening crunch of metal as enemy rounds found their mark. And through it all, the gunners fought on, knowing that their survival and the survival of their crewmates depended on their ability to hold off the enemy. Section 6. The Memphis Belle, a symbol of hope. Among the thousands of B-17s that flew in World War II, one name stands out, the Memphis Belle. Named after the pilot's sweetheart, this B-17 became a symbol of hope and resilience during the darkest days of the war. The Memphis Belle and her crew achieved fame in 1943 by becoming one of the first B-17s to complete 25 missions, a remarkable feat considering the odds stacked against them. Their story captured the imagination of the American public, who eagerly followed their exploits in newspapers and newsreels. The Memphis Belle represented the courage and determination of all B-17 crews fighting in the skies above Europe. Their survival, against all odds, offered a beacon of hope that the war could be won. After completing their 25th mission, the Memphis Belle and her crew returned to the United States, where they embarked on a nationwide war bond tour. They were hailed as heroes, their story serving as a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made by those fighting for freedom. Beyond the bombs, the B-17's versatility. While renowned for its bombing capabilities, the B-17 proved to be a surprisingly versatile aircraft. It served in various roles throughout the war, adapting to different operational needs. B-17s were equipped as reconnaissance aircraft, their long-range and high-altitude capabilities allowing them to penetrate deep into enemy territory and gather vital intelligence. They served as air-sea rescue aircraft, patrolling shipping lanes and rescuing downed pilots. And they were even used to transport cargo and personnel, their spacious bomb bays converted to carry supplies and troops. The B-17's adaptability underscored its value to the Allied war effort. It wasn't just a bomber, it was a multifaceted tool that could be adapted to a wide range of missions. This versatility solidified the B-17's place as a true workhorse of the Allied air forces. Scars of War. Remembering the Fallen. The B-17, for all its might, was an unforgiving mistress. Thousands of these bombers were lost in combat, falling victim to enemy fighters, flak, and mechanical failures. Each loss represented the lives of 10 young men, their dreams and aspirations cut short in the skies above Europe. The human cost of the air war was staggering, a grim reminder of the true price of freedom. Today, memorials and museums across the United States and Europe stand as solemn tributes to the B-17 crews who made the ultimate sacrifice. Their stories are preserved through photographs, letters, and oral histories, ensuring that their bravery and sacrifice are never forgotten. Veterans organizations and aviation enthusiasts keep their memories alive, sharing their stories with younger generations and reminding us of the debt we owe to those who fought for our freedom. Keeping the legend alive, B-17s today. While the B-17's days as a frontline bomber are long gone, its legacy lives on. A handful of these iconic aircraft still grace the skies, meticulously restored and maintained by dedicated organizations and individuals. These flying museums offer a tangible link to the past, allowing us to experience the sights and sounds of this legendary warbird. Air shows and events featuring these aircraft draw huge crowds, eager to witness aviation history come to life. Seeing a B-17 in flight, its engines roaring, is an awe-inspiring experience, a reminder of the ingenuity and craftsmanship that went into its design. These flying memorials serve as a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made by those who flew and fought in these aircraft, ensuring that their stories continue to inspire future generations. A legacy etched in steel, the enduring spirit of the Flying Fortress. The B-17 Flying Fortress stands as a testament to American ingenuity, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of those who flew and fought in it. Its story is one of innovation, courage, and sacrifice, a reminder of the human cost of war and the enduring pursuit of freedom. The B-17's legacy extends beyond its wartime service. It serves as a symbol of the power of human innovation, the importance of teamwork, and the unwavering spirit that can overcome even the most daunting challenges. The B-17 story is not just about bombs and bullets, it's about the men who flew it, the families who prayed for their safe return, and the enduring hope for a better world. It's a story that continues to resonate today, reminding us of the sacrifices made by those who came before us, and the importance of preserving their legacy for generations to come.